जयपुर वाया कोटा
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
Lucknow Junction.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವವರೆಗೆ
Hyderabad को 50 एक्सप्रेस পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন कृपया ध्यान दियो
Well, it looked like it would have been a super over. And I know you find that very exciting, but I'm too old and it's too late for me already. So, yeah, but it is just one exciting finish. I mean, it was a finish that could have gone either way. 2 to get off the last ball. Bhuvneshwar Kumar, that experienced campaigner, bowls it straight onto Robin Powell's pads, who misses it. LBW decision given, and Hyderabad wins by 1 run. Just the 1 run. Ooh, wow. I'm still trying to catch my breath. This is Cricbuzz Live. I'm Gaurav Kapur. With me, Harsha Bhogle and Pommie Mbangwa. My God, that match has swung like a pendulum back and forth in that last over.
And a couple of times before that, in the 16th over, but the last over, really, there were 3 run-out attempts in the last over, all of which they muffed. I mean, they might have got them, they might not have got them. All he had to do on the last one was get bat to ball because they were going to run one anyway.
Yeah.
All he had to do was get bat to ball. But that's why this is such a great game, no? And under pressure, people's decision-making goes a bit awry.
Yeah.
So
it's just, Pommie, that last ball, with Bhuvi bowling it, you can tell he wasn't going for a full toss, for sure. He's probably going for a yorker.
Yeah, and a few times I think a few guys have said that fullish sort of full toss that's lowish is coming back again. Because there was a time you'd go, you're better off with the sort of low full toss going for the yorker than you are missing and actually hitting the pitch short of that yorker, because then you disappear for 6. And perhaps it's because these batters are looking for the ball on the pitch somewhere and then they miss a full toss. But Robin Powell would be distraught because no batter expects that they'll miss a full toss. If you bowl them a full toss on their pad, they're going to hit it out the ground. So that it ends that way is somewhat cruel as well, because you can't say, I'm unlucky, because you got the full toss, you got the ball to hit out the ground, and you only needed 2 runs. The fact that it got to that, though, with Rajasthan having been ahead of the game, I say ahead of the game, in terms of staying with the rate and not letting it get above 10, right? Because if it gets above 10, then you've got to do kind of things out of the ordinary a little bit as you go along. But they kept it just 10 and under 10, 10 and under 10 that they required. It was only right at the back end, these overs that he's talking about. Cummins comes back and goes for 3, gets a wicket. And then even though he goes for 6 off the last ball,
only 7.
In the 19th, he's got a wicket off the first ball and gone for only 7. So what happens? You need 13 in the last one.
Yeah.
And that's...
I just want to talk about the Rajasthan bat just for a moment here. We'll come to Cummins in just a second. Rajasthan, who's done so well till now, they won 8 out of 9 games, and we spoke in the comm box about how winning is a habit and you start... This loss can dent their confidence because they were way ahead, like we're saying, they're way ahead of the curve. What they required in the last 5, the last 4, the last 6, it was never one of those kind of giving you vertigo, kind of, or give you whiplash, you look that high ahead. It was really par for the course for them.
And they should have won it. I mean, that was such a fantastic partnership between Parag and Jaiswal. They should have won it. So they'll all be sitting in that change room thinking, how did that happen? Even when that last over started. Actually, I had an interesting thought. Did SRH have reviews left?
I know what you're getting at. Is that
what if that was given not out?
Yeah.
Did SRH have reviews left?
Which means they would have definitely run the 1 by, if not the 2. And they would have not had
reviews. Just run a by.
Everyone's just being so trigger happy with reviews for no balls and wides.
No, the reason I asked that was umpires sometimes tend to see who's got the review left.
Yeah.
Because suppose SRH don't have a review and he gives that not out.
Do they?
I hope that's not what they do.
He gives that not out. Hang on. He gives that not out and they don't have a review. You finally discover that it was out. So he'll say, okay, I'll give that out. It can be overturned. Now, the danger with that is if you give it out and it's overturned, the game's over anyway because it's a dead ball.
Hang on. We know that obviously there was a review by... Was SRH had one as well? Yeah. Did SRH have one as well? Did they? Oh, they had one as well.
That doesn't matter.
So there you go. But it is
something that can happen.
But this
I
makes
hope
you
that's
think.
not in their decision making.
But umpires do think like that.
They're human. I
sometimes,
know what you're saying. They're human, and it might be deep down in the subconscious somewhere.
But is this a cautionary tale though for teams? Because there's so few LBW decisions these days, which is why they're going so trigger happy with reviews on wides. This could be a good cautionary tale saying just a one run here and there doesn't really matter.
One of the great test matches that we've seen, England versus Australia, they lost that test match because they had no reviews left.
That is true.
Remember Nathan Lyon bowling to Ben Stokes? They didn't have any reviews left.
Yeah, the Jack Leach one.
And
right?
they used a terrible review little before. So just go easy with the reviews sometimes. If it's a wide ball, you're blowing up reviews on a wide.
Yeah.
But listen, he's got a full toss on leg stump, man.
Yeah.
In the end,
He's played one paddle shot before, so Bhuvi can't afford to give him that low ball because he's played the paddle shot. He's only got 4 fielders outside.
For me, that's what is
You know,
also
it's too
incredible.
good. It's almost too good to be true.
Yeah,
like if you asked Powell to choose a ball, this would be the one he'd choose.
That's the ball.
And he's got it, and he can't believe
And
it.
he's
It's not my birthday. What's going on?
All he has to do is get some bat on it.
Yes. Yeah.
So he gets some bat on it, they're guaranteed of not losing because they will run one, right?
One.
And more likely than not, they'll get back for a second.
True.
And he just can't.
Can it happen sometimes that you're so concerned with just getting bat on ball that you say, but I could have hit it for 6?
We're asking the wrong guy.
Sorry.
I thought I could hit everything for 6.
Well, but I'll tell you who pulled it back for Hyderabad, and it's the guy who put his finger on his lips. Yes, same guy, captain. He's done it. He is our Omnigel spray performer of the day. He ensured there was no pain for fans of Hyderabad because you look at this 4 for 34 and 2 wickets, and you may ask saying, what's the fuss about? Why is he the performer of the day? He's gone at 8.5 and over and just got 2 wickets. Well, I'll tell you why. It's because of the context within those numbers. Overs, his third and fourth overs being the 16th and the 19th have gone for 3 and 7. And that's what's pulled it back and got the 2 wickets.
Yeah, but also, even if you sort of turned up and haven't seen the game and you see the analysis of the bowlers and you see his that's, 2 for and is going at 8.5.
Same as Natarajan's. Again, who's gone at same, yeah.
Correct. But 2 bowlers in one side that have gone at 8.5 in a game that's got 401 runs.
Yeah.
It tells you, if you're below what's the required rate and you're 1.5 runs below what's the required rate, you're doing pretty well at that, right? And therefore, when we go back over by over, we're bound to find somewhere where he's done really well. And that's where those 2 overs come in at the time that they come in.
Yeah.
Because here's a side cruising along to get to 200, to get to 202 as the case was, but couldn't because of this performance.
Yeah, that over, and fair enough, when he comes to bowl at the 16th over, Harsha, fair to say, I think almost everybody watching the game had just thought it's a foregone conclusion. That's it. It's a Rajasthan win.
9 and over, you've got Hetmeyer batting. Riyan Parag's batting is 75-80 batting is batting beautifully.
Yeah.
You're telling yourself, even if I concede 8-9, it's still par. We're still around. 3 runs and a wicket, suddenly 42-24. Just close your eyes and think 42-24 and you think, oops, the bowling side's got a chance. And I think they started to believe maybe after that over. Because up till then, the only thing that Royals had done wrong was not to bring the asking rate down. What they did right was not to get the asking rate up. They just kept going throughout. At all times, the asking rate was around 10 and over.
Fair.
Never went to 12, 13, 14.
Yeah, fair enough. But also bear in mind that they had a first over where they lost Joss Butler and Sanju Samson. Now, that's the kind of trauma that you could take a week to recover from. They only took 2 overs to recover from that. And then, got a bit of Pat Cummins as well. Did Jaiswal. I think Pat Cummins would have said, man, that Jaiswal catch, I could have caught it. But if you have to come back into the game and do something for your team, that's what you want to do, Harsha.
Yeah, and And just yes, did you say Harsha? Okay.
That's fine. I agreed with him, but you can say what you want to say.
I was going to say my
You
name.
may speak.
I was going to say my name's not Harsha. I'm speaking at the wrong
You
time.
may speak, Pommie.
Thank you very much.
I grant
And
you
I'm,
permission.
I'm just imagining my grandmother in a 9-yard sari trying to call me Pommie Mbangwa.
There you go. Okay. Pat Cummins, when he comes back, is thinking, how do I get these out?
Yeah.
Because the game, as you say, is well and truly won. It's just last rites being read. However, as is the case with all sort of champion mindsets, and these teams, all these 10 teams, have these players within them that are there for situations like that, where they go, okay, what can I do here to shift this game towards us? And when Pat Cummins comes into the attack, he's not coming in because they're going to prevent some runs and try and have more runs to get at the back end and all of that. He's just trying to come and get a wicket.
Yeah.
And he does it, not once, but twice. And so when he does that, hey, it just shows us once again, one, that you want bowlers. When it gets tight, it's the bowlers you want to try and win it for you. But also the second thing is that a single ball, a single over is a humongous event in the course of a game, no matter which direction the game is going. So as you go along, you've got to try and stay in the game, number one, and number two, stay with the belief that actually there's something I can do on this ball in this over that can shift this game. And this is why they end up on the winning side.
Love that the captain took the 19th over, because we always say in a tight chase like that, the 19th is really important, the penultimate over.
Sometimes Pat Cummins has been criticized for bowling himself out at 16 or 17 in this tournament.
Yeah, and not bowling in the power play. Yeah.
and
Just
not-
saying that you're giving yourself slightly easier overs.
Yeah, you're finishing
Fair.
off by 16, 17, so that someone else is bowling 18, 19, 20. People have been critical of him for that. But I just think bowling 16, 19, two tough overs to bowl, especially that 19th. And over the years, in the last 2 or 3 years especially, this ball that he digs into the turf and bowls, he's become better and better and better. And then he mixed that up with a wide Yorker, if you remember.
Yeah.
So he's got someone who hits a hard ball, hitting thin air 3 times in an over.
Seriously.
And then Ashwin goes up and has a chat with him after the 5th. And Ashwin is, of course, the coolest one, just knocks a single and said, mate, you're the big hitter.
Yeah.
But that over was fantastic, just taking till that last ball 6, it was a dream over.
It was fantastic, and that's why Pat Cummins, the Hyderabad captain, Omni-Gel Spray Performer of the Day, he ensured that there was no pain for the Hyderabad fans. So there you go. The captain's happy. He's got the 2 points as well. Did not definitely want a third loss in a row, so managed to get 2 points for his team. I don't know if Rajasthan will fret too much about it. I mean, they're still top of the table. They're still really comfortable. But the good plus that has happened today for Hyderabad, Pommie, is that their bowling, which, well, we spoke about it before the game. We said, well, the batters are getting 280, the bowlers give away 260. Today, they'll be happy with that. What Bhuvi did in the first over, I mean, that is a dream first over when you get 2 wickets, and those 2 wickets are Samson and Butler. And then, of course, bowling that last one, because let's face it, bowling to Robin Powell, 13 of the last over is not a lot of wiggle room.
Now it's 2 boundaries.
Yes, not a lot of wiggle room for a bowler.
And
He's done good.
yeah, you want it to start particularly well, that final one. You sort of want to try and pack it towards the back end, and 1-1-1 would do nicely. Well, that's not how it goes, is it? He's done well. I mean, the other side of that is, if you think within that group, who do you want to bowl that over? Yes, if you're trying to find a first pick, you'd probably say Natarajan, right? But in terms of experience, Bhuvneshwar Kumar has been around forever, man. And he's been doing this year in and year out. Not quite in the greatest form this season, but sometimes it's situations like that where crunch time, you're our guy, can you do this for us? And the juices flow and he gets the job done. Doesn't matter how close it is, as long as you end up on the winning side, and that's what's happened. He's on the winning side, no trouble.
You get the 2 points, and while of course we'll talk a lot about just the end, because whenever a team wins by 1 run, you tend to focus on the end because there's so much drama there. But let's just focus on the beginning as well, because after those 2 wickets fell, the 2 youngsters, Yashasvi Jaiswal and Riyan Parag, I mean, the fact that they've gone just 1 run less than the total, the fact that they got that far is because of these 2 and that partnership they had, considering 2 big wickets gone in the first over.
And they didn't waste time. They just went boom, boom. Even though they've lost 2 wickets, they kept going. That 1 over, we talked about Cummins at the back end, but that 1 over, Jaiswal took on Cummins, just showed intent that they were going to go for it straight away. And I just think Parag is growing with every single game that he plays this season. This was, I mean, they lost it, but this was one of his better innings. Jaiswal, we've seen play these innings before, but under pressure, Parag coming through the season, they'll be very happy. But I suspect there'll be a little meeting this evening between Travis Head and Yashasvi Jaiswal on how do we convert balls that are on 4th stump onto the middle stump. I mean, how often do you see that? And as it turned out with Travis Head, just soon after, we were unsure of whether a bat was in the air or on the ground.
Yes, that is true. Let's not. We did that. We did enough of that. But today, yes, there has been. I was quite convinced at one point in time there will be a 6 hit along the ground, because today, the air was the ground. This is one of those if you know moments, right? If you know, you know.
And we're not going there.
We're not going there. It's one of those hashtag.
Nice line, though. What's your if you know moment of the day?
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course, Riyan Parag today, Yashasvi Jaiswal today, both of them will be happy. Rajasthan will be happy with them. But I guess where they will be disappointed is that when they were going so well, they've gone at 10 and over for their partnership of 13. They one of them, if not both, would have wanted to take them to 2 points. That will be their disappointment today, because the way they were hitting the ball, and the fact that they both got chances. They were both dropped. Jaiswal dropped by Cummins. Riyan Parag dropped by Abhishek Sharma. They got those chances as well. They could have. You don't blame them for believing at some point in time, this is our day and we should get 2 points for our team.
Yeah, look, I suppose it's a little easier to stomach if you're short by a long way. You lost, the guys were much better on the day, and that's just how it goes. But when you're cruising and you have it under control, but for the last little bit, it's only right at the end where that dugout suddenly kind of looked and thought, oh, hold on. Are we actually going to get there? And then right up until that last ball, thought, this might...
The moment he scooped that the game was over, right?
It was like, phew, that got a bit tight. 1 ball to get a couple of runs, we're there. Nope, missed the ball, you've lost it. And they go off thinking, how have we lost that? And there's so many people they will point at. A guy can get out, batters will get out. That's just the nature of the game. And in trying to stay at 10 and over, you might say, you should win it once you get in and so forth. Yes, but there's still some work to be done if you're trying to win a game where 10 and over is the required. So the fact that the guys get out, it's tough on the team and the rest, but there was still enough deliveries, still enough quality in there for them to have still got over the line. So, tough to take. They'd like to have won it, but at the end of the day, it's more the fact that they got so close and didn't get over the line that everybody will be fretting. Maybe not, because they've,
they are walking on a cloud right now.
They still are the guys who are the team to beat, right?
Yeah, well, today Hyderabad has, they've done it. They have won by 1 run.
2 of 1 ball. I remember a game, 2 of 1 ball and the bowler bowled a wide.
When's that? I'm trying to think which one.
Nawaz to Ashwin.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Bowled a wide. Can you imagine Bhuvi trying to go hit the tram line and bowling a wide? Yeah. I don't know why my mind went there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I love how you asked us the question. Like, we have to go through 4,000 matches in our head to answer that one.
No, okay, forget it. I won't try and justify.
Who do you think we are, Joy Bhattacharya? Answer that question. All right, we have our Carrier room air conditioner coolest moment of the match, because this has been a very cool match, a very hot match as well. So I'm sure we all had our own moments. Harsha, we'll start with yours. What did you think was the coolest moment of the game?
I liked one. There was just a cool little flick that Jaiswal played of Bhuvi, as it turns out.
Yeah.
Sort of fourth, fifth stump.
Sixth, maybe.
Sixth stump, maybe. And he just went for six.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. And six, and creamed a six.
And went some distance.
Yeah, you got to tell the whole story. Like you
Reminded him of Viv Richards.
Yeah, when he did that, you started going on about,
It's just that he's only a Jaiswal. You can't say he's like a Richards. He's only a Jaiswal.
You said it
of the last ball.
It reminded you of the audacity.
Do you remember, is what you said.
The last ball of the 1979 World Cup final, Mike Hendricks bowling to Viv Richards, and he just goes stuck.
Yeah, that's good.
But the difference is, Viv does that. As it is, I would have.
Viv does it because it's just Tuesday morning.
Since we are on the coolest topic, he has to be the coolest one of all time while he was batting.
No contest there. No one's going to argue with that.
The king, man.
The king.
The king, man.
Don't you know you're riding with the king?
Yeah, proper. Yeah.
Pommie, yours?
My coolest moment is that 2 wickets in the first over.
Love it.
Yeah. First reason is, well, I suppose because it's 2 wickets in the first over. That's
That's right.
Fantastic.
That's a good reason.
But the second reason is that these 2 guys you get out, I mean, Butler, Samson, these are fabulous players.
Correct.
Right? Then the way that the wicket is taken. So first one, edge, going this way, nice catch, comfortable. Next one, the other way.
Yeah.
Fantastic skills, right? And to cap it all off, you'd say, if you put everybody in white and change that to a red ball, that wouldn't be out of place in a test match.
That ball has probably swung more than any other ball this IPL.
Yeah.
There you go. Brilliant. It's just
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought the coolest moment was when that whole contentious decision of is Travis Head's bat in the air, is it on the ground, is it a run out, is it not? Kumar Sangakkar talking to the umpires, everybody's up in arms. Avesh just loads his run up, next ball comes, stumps, Travis Head's back, discussion over. So that was mine. We have a few that have come in from people. Let's see what those are. Karmic retribution, I call it. Let's see. After a string of bad performances of India World Cup selected players, young Jaiswal breaking the string with his top-class half-century is my today's coolest moment of the match from Ankit Burnwal. This is interesting because it's a big list, Harsha. It's a big list since yesterday. Team was announced yesterday. And what is that list? Who all do we have? Everybody? There's Surya, Rohit, Hardik. Yes, there was no Chahal today. Samson.
Samson.
We missed somebody from yesterday's game?
Who was MI playing? Delhi. Rishabh. Did Rishabh score on? Rishabh?
Sorry, yesterday was Shivam Dube with the Jadeja.
Shivam Dube.
There you go.
Shivam Dube,
that was yesterday.
Jadeja.
So the team day before yesterday. So everyone.
So the only guy who broke the jinx was Jaiswal, who may not be in the 11.
Oh.
He had to go there, didn't he?
He did.
This is him. This is just you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why do you have to be that guy?
Yeah, that's not cool.
I mean,
During the coolest moment, that's not cool.
We're in the coolest moment. And here you go, Harsha. Come on, Harsha.
You've ruined our coolest moment.
I mean,
we're being
trying,
not cool.
We're trying very hard here.
We're just ganging up on you because you give us references from the 1970s and the 1940s and the 80s.
I can understand if you gang up on me for the 2-1 ball moment.
That's true.
There was that too.
But yeah, Jaiswal, he's a special talent. It takes a special talent to break that string.
Absolutely.
Look, that guy, we said all of us, bar none, who've been coming into Cricbuzz, have said right from the start, didn't we? Before he got selected for India, that, whoa, this guy. And then wondered, right? We wondered how he'd go in the colours of India and if he might change and if he might play differently because step up and all of that. He's shown us from the time he's got selected that, nope, whether I'm wearing white, whether I'm wearing blue, whether I'm wearing pink, it does not matter. I can give it licks, as Brian Lara said yesterday.
Brian Lara rates him. We're driving
Man, come back.
Lara really rates Jaiswal.
Yeah, well, he's really...
Have I made up for...
Yes, you have.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. A Brian Lara reference snuck in on his birthday? That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, that's very cool.
Oh, so you just made a throwaway line cool. Thank you.
That was very good. We have a couple of more as well. Let's pull those out and bring them. Akash Yadav says, Bhuvi, what a legend, master at the death. Well, master at the death and master at, what's the first over called? The birth? So he was master. I just made something up today. Just made up a term. Was that cool, Pommie? Is that cool? It's cool. We have one more. We have another coolest moment of the day entry. This one is from Arush Munjal saying Bhuvi getting Joss Butler and Sanju Samson early in the chase and derailing, not detailing, that's a typo from our end, derailing Rajasthan innings. It showed form is temporary and class is permanent. This one by Ronak Basu. The strategic timeout was taken. Okay, this one is, I'm sorry, I got to stop. This one's very cool. This one's very cool. Strategic timeout was taken at 8:45. The two players there, Nitesh Kumar Reddy, jersey 8.
Yes.
Heinrich Klaassen, jersey 45. Were on the crease together. This indeed for me was the carrier coolest moment of the match. Ronak Basu.
Ronak.
This is a little Hitchcock. It's a little Nolan.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Jersey.
It's a lot.
Jersey, Telugu movie.
Jersey Telugu movie.
Big hit Telugu movie, Jersey, about a cricketer, Nitish Reddy from Andhra, Telugu cricketer playing Jersey.
Ooh, this is the look of my brain short circuiting.
This is, like...
It's too much.
Yeah, way
If you can go 8
It's too
45.
cool. Now you've gone the other side. This is way too... We can't handle this anymore.
This is one of those deconstruct the sentence sort of things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, how are you watching your cricket? It's amazing.
No, just because he brought that up, I was trying to look for more connections.
I love it. I'm not going at you this time.
Yeah.
You're not?
No, I'm not. I'm saying I absolutely love it. That you're kind of seeing things that other people can not even
You
begin
and
to
Akash.
imagine.
Was that Akash who was the last one? Did I need?
Ronak.
Ronak. That was Ronak. So Ronak and Harsha, same category. Christopher Nolan, Alfred Hitchcock, Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
That was all very cool. Well, I think that is more coolness than we can handle close to midnight. So I will now put an end to that segment. That was our Carrier Room Air Conditioner's coolest moment of the match. I need to put on a bonfire. There's so much cool happening in that. Just put on, let's have, just need a little heat. Well, the heat is on in the top of the table. Let's have a look at the points table and see what has happened. SRH really wanted to win this and get above that, that 10-point thing. So Lucknow's gotten above it and Hyderabad's gotten above it. And now we have a 12-point traffic jam.
Yes.
Yeah, we got a dirty dozen going on.
And those neighbors, Hyderabad and Chennai, really, the owners are neighbors in Chennai, right? So Hyderabad and Chennai, just going up and down.
Yeah.
I think from that point of view, Hyderabad, they're just going above Chennai, saying, look, we got 2 points with you. Even if you lose a game, it's okay. Now the pressure's on Chennai. The pressure on Chennai to qualify. What's the big story of this year's IPL? The final is in Chennai. Dhoni is playing the final in Chennai. It's this big story. It's all being primed for that. Now, suddenly, Chennai fans are thinking, oops, is that going to happen? So now Chennai, in the next 2 or 3 games, are suddenly under pressure.
Well, also, they don't have any bowlers.
Yeah, we don't know yet if some of those injured bowlers, how bad they are.
And I think some visa ones, there's some gone for visa as well.
No.
The Fizz.
Fizz has gone to play a series.
Yeah.
No, but what about the Sri Lankan players? Haven't they gone to get a visa now? Just like Fizz went to get his visa earlier?
No.
Yeah, I think I read that. I think so.
As in Patirana.
Patirana and Tikshana.
Well, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have any bowlers then.
Well, I mean, that's one way of getting Shivam Dubey to bowl 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
OT. Yeah, but I think that's for sure. That's the one takeaway from yesterday, Harsha. You are absolutely right. Chennai back to the wall a bit.
And Deepak Chahar going off yesterday with a hamstring. Literally, the way he went off, it didn't seem great.
Tushar Deshpande had the flu. Hopefully that should
Hopefully he's coming out quickly. Yeah. So suddenly they're thinking, oops, we're cool, but can we win it now? Is that not all the batsmen, Sadi Rahane is not scoring the kind of runs he was at the start of the season. Rachin Ravindra has been left out of the side. Suddenly a few headwinds. coming up for Chennai. So it'll be interesting to see how they react. I mean, if you're a champion team, you show your class, you just go and win the next two.
Yeah, let's look at that points table again, and then we'll try to see who else is kind of there and thereabouts. You'd see that Chennai is, again, they've played the 10 games. And when you look at that points table and you see the number of games played, Pommie, you realize just how significant these 2 points, they're just 2 points.
Yeah.
But how significant they are for Hyderabad today.
How we say season after season, that it's going to end up really tight.
Yeah.
And we don't know how exactly. I mean, look at, like you said, logjam on 12. But that's fabulous as a table. That's exactly what we want as a table, because all the way down to Gujarat, actually, you're looking there and you're saying, okay, well, you got 4 games and you got 8 points. Yeah, that's all right. You know, that's still all right. You're still well in the hunt. So whoever you are above those, perhaps except Rajasthan Royals, who have the 16 points already, you know, everybody else is fretting because everybody's playing everybody, right? So 2 points, as you say, particularly significant every time. And as we go into what is the last part of the season, everything's a nail biter because you're sitting wondering who's getting these 2 points and which of these big teams, all of them being big teams, is going to miss out, having looked like they're going to get there at the beginning of the season.
Just think, how long does it take to stamp a visa and to ask questions at an interview and get some things? How long does it take? Chennai to Colombo? Is a 30-minute flight?
60-minute? Yeah.
It's a 35-minute flight? Yeah. You're going to miss a game for a US visa.
Yes, you must. Why do you say that? Why? I don't understand why you...
Why would you... It doesn't happen to any other country.
Oh, okay.
You want to go to the UK to get a visa, you want to go to France, you want to come to India, you want to go to South Africa, you don't miss a tournament because on that particular day you have to be in a particular place to get a visa when you're traveling 29 days, 22 days later.
And you're playing for your country in a World Cup. I see your point.
Yeah, I hear you, but I'll say this, that because you have a tournament, you know, they're not going to give you some sort of special pass. Because
but I'm sure if you're playing for your country in a major tournament, you can move your visa date by 1 day for elite athletes to get it stamped and come back into the country.
I don't know that you've tried to apply for an American visa before. You sound like you haven't.
I do. I just got a date in July 2025.
Exactly.
There you go. And can I tell you something? If there's a game that day, you're missing it.
Yeah, correct.
No, I'm not.
You have to.
I'm missing that game. I'm staying in the Cricbuzz studio. I'm not going.
There you go. So at least you have that option. You're not going, right? Like they don't have
I'm
that.
sorry.
And I get your point.
I'm sorry, I don't get. Yeah, sorry.
I get your
whatever.
point. I get.
You know, there was a lot of things I thought we'd discuss in our show today. Immigration policies was not on my bingo card.
And trying to change them from the Cricbuzz studio.
That's a better one. We are lobbying for better immigration policies at midnight from the Cricbuzz studio.
2 months ago, people were saying, bring the England team back from India because we applied for a visa in the UK and you jolly well give it to us in Dubai.
That's right, yes.
So bring the whole team back. How dare they do that?
Oh, man. Visas. This is why I say we need a world without borders.
Oh, here we go again.
Wow.
Everybody. This is a cricket show.
Yeah.
Okay, strategic timeout's over.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Jury's out on that one. I spoke about it before, but my producer's going on in my ear saying now he's got a graphic ready, which he wants to show. And if we can talk about things we want to talk for so long, I've got to let Mo have this one. He's worked really
immigration
hard.
graphic?
Yes, an immigration graphic.
What is the percentage of visas rejected?
He has got a list of people. He's got a list of people who are on the flight but seem to have lost their boarding pass.
Oh, right.
Bring it. We already spoke about it, but bring it. This is what we're talking about, right?
Have they all got their visas?
They all got their visas. They all got boarding passes. and now they can't find them, right? The selection jinx. You've got, all of them we just spoke about. But yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing. And you know what? If in 2 matches, all of them, if I had to choose as an Indian cricket fan, if they all have to have 2 matches in the IPL where they get nothing, and then they save it all for the World Cup.
For India versus USA.
Aren't we playing Papua New Guinea?
No, then the other group.
No,
Papua New Guinea and Uganda are in the other group. We've got Canada, USA.
Oh. All right, so when they're playing the US, do you want me to get them to talk about the visa day? I can get it.
Your producer, with great difficulty, has got me quiet and you off towards a graphic that he wants you to talk about.
Well, he shouldn't have taken the graphic off there. That was his first mistake. Bring it back on. There's a lot of names. He keeps mistaking us for fast readers, which we're not. Well, bring it up. Let people have a look at the jinx. Well, there you go. Rohit Sharma, Surya Kumar Yadav,
But jinx wasn't playing.
Hardik Pandya, Shivam Dube, Ravindra Jadeja, Yuzi Chahal. Ajinkya, also known as Jinx, is not on this list, but he's been having a bit of a jinx anyway without the selection. So there you go. None of them
Pandya the bowler was okay though, but yeah.
Had a good day. Pandya the bowler was okay.
Big thing.
Yeah.
Pandya the
Pandya the bowler.
4 overs, 2 for 26. That should be off the jinx, I suppose. First ball duck's not a good thing, but yeah.
It's just producers just being fair. It's just put all the numbers there.
Yeah, that's fine. And actually, the good thing out of that is that post his selection, I think that selection and that squad gave a very clear indicator that they're looking at Hardik as the third seamer, probably play 2 seamers and Hardik, and then maybe 3 spinners. So Hardik's kind of just given his little stamp of approval to that choice that the selectors and the management have made and saying, yep, I'm good enough for that. So he's done that. All right, we have the one game tomorrow. Let's talk about that. Let's check if everyone's got their visas for this game. It's a big one. It's MI playing KKR. This, of course, is the marquee game at Mumbai. We talk about today's game being drama. But what about this rivalry in this stadium? Jeez, it is proper box office entertainment. But they go into this game with one team being, or look at the points table and you'll see, it's very lopsided. It's very one-sided. But not when you look at, when you look at form, yes, because one's one off the top, one's one off the bottom, right? But when you see them, when you see the personnel, right, there you go. One's in second position, one's in second last position. But when you look at the personnel, and that's what, and I know, Harsha, we brought this up a few times and we keep thinking, how does a team with that pedigree end up at 9 on this tournament?
The only thing I can think of, and I've followed Mumbai right from the first year, is that it gives me the impression, at least from the outside where I am, that it's Mumbai versus Mumbai with someone else just the bystander. Because otherwise, you look down that side, there's no way Mumbai can be number 9. You look at the top 5, could on another day have been India's top 5. They're all pedigreed enough to have played. They've all played for India.
Yeah.
Number 6 has played for Australia. You've got the best white ball bowler in the world. You've got almost everybody else who's played for India.
Yep.
Nuwan Tushara's played for Sri Lanka. Gerald Kudzia is one of the rising stars of South African cricket. Dare I say, I rate him high enough to say he could be one of the rising stars of world cricket in the next 2 or 3 years. Mohammad Nabi has been around at this level for years. How does that team find itself at 9? And I think they must just go out tomorrow and say, I don't care what the points table says. Just look at us. Do we belong there?
Yeah, do one of those Delhi games, right? 234, do one of those Delhi performances.
Do we belong there? How on earth do we find ourselves there? So just let's look at each other and remind people who we are.
Yeah.
I'm Rohit Sharma, I'm Surya Kumar Yadav, I'm Ishan Kishan, I'm Hardik Pandya, I'm Jasprit Bumrah.
And a good day can happen when you've got yourself old opponents, solid opponents that can sometimes just bring out the best in you.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said for an environment that is stable. And if we think of the Mumbai Indians as a franchise, we think of them as a stable franchise, as a winning franchise. That changed this year because it wasn't just kind of business as usual, because there was a particular change in the captaincy, well written about, all the ructions at the start. And that is something that they've tried to kind of calm down. And it somewhat has, because performances have then turned up somewhere along the line. And the hope is that that's in the past and they can move along with this that they have as the way that they're going to go with whoever they have. They sort of, I remember a time they kind of, I say stumbled, it would have been with a lot of thought, on a formula in terms of a team that was kind of covering a whole lot of bases, and then have made a few changes here and there. But it happens that people in their own heads are thinking about various things rather than necessarily the cricket that's out on the field, and it takes away from guys' performance. So that can happen, and it can happen with any change is uncomfortable, I think, many a time, you know. So we've got to say that might well be the situation with Mumbai, where these ructions have meant that it's not quite been all on the park, as it were, and therefore they've not been the well-oiled machine that we're accustomed to seeing.
And that happens in sports teams. It's very easy to say what I just said. It's easier said than done. Look, I'm Rohit Sharma, but if I'm not feeling great going out to bat, I don't know. It's just conjecture. It's like Gaurav is sitting there and he says, "Oh, damn, I've got Pommie Mbangwa with me again on the show,"
which he says often. Yeah,
but doesn't mean that he delivers a bad performance. He's still Gaurav Kapur. He's still got to deliver a good performance. And I would.
What did he just try to do right now? You saw what he tried to do right now.
U-turn.
No. So I was saying, even if you're not feeling great, I was on the same line. Even if you're not feeling great, you say, "I've got a reputation. I do good shows, so I've still got to do a good one, even if I'm not completely happy."
Even if I'm with Mbangwa.
That was just. That was just to give an example of people.
Why didn't you use your own name as an example?
Oh, there you go.
There you go, right, Pommie? I'm batting for you, brother.
हम खुद का नाम नहीं लेते.
He said, "I don't take my own name." It's that. We could have taken it. You look at these names and you see, well, any new names come in for Mumbai. Well, they've kind of stayed in the last few games there and thereabouts. So, I mean, there's nothing there which is... Pommie, you look at that and there's nothing really which is glaring, right? I mean, they may do the one here and there, like Romario Shepherd may come in from Nabi, if at all, but there's no sea changes happening there.
No, as I said, somewhere along the line they worked out what their form is. It didn't help that, you know, someone like Sky, for instance, was injured at the start of the tournament, and it's a shoe. And every single time you pick a Mumbai Indians, every time you pick a T20 side, he's in it. You know, if you're from the moon, you're picking one, you're putting him in there. You know, so it doesn't help that he's not there at the start of the season, right? And then he comes in, and thankfully for them, the form's still there and he's okay and he's going. And you've then got to balance all the others. The plus point for me through this season has been the opening partnership. Rohit and Ishan Kishan have been fantastic at the top. And they would like that again. Finish off and finish well. Yes, the chances are hanging by a thread, but can they win these 4 games? They've got to win these 4 games if they have any chance at all of getting anywhere near the top 4. So if they can put on a show at their home ground, that'd be great.
I'll just make one change. I think if Hardik's bowling better now, I'd still get Romario Shepherd back into the side and just get that power game for a Mumbai kind of track, because I'd still have Tushar, I'd have Kudzia, I'd have Bumrah. Yeah. And if Hardik's giving me 3-4 overs maybe, then I only have to split my overs between Romario Shepherd, Mohammad Nabi, and another spinner would be in my side.
Yeah.
So I'd like to have that firepower of Romario Shepherd back in the side. So that's probably the only change I'd make.
Fair point. With the other team, no shortage of firepower. None at all. Top to bottom. Fire and power. I'm talking about Phil Salt and Sunil Narayan at the top. And you just go down that Pommie and you're seeing fire and you're seeing power.
It was, I think it was towards the beginning of the tournament as well, where some might have said, but why are they going with Narayan? Really? Is Narayan, you know, do you really lengthen your order? Is comfortably the MVP this season. Comfortably. Like, a bat, ball, whatever you like, is doing it. Yeah. So that's brilliant. Sprinkle some salt on there, and my goodness, it tastes good.
Like this. You do it like this, though. Salt like this.
Or like this.
Or like that. So good luck. Right over. Talk about lengthening the batting lineup. Sunil Narayan has actually shortened the batting lineup because Rinku's not getting a bat. Like,
no,
it's just...
I know. So the other day, they actually sent Rinku out at 3.
Yeah.
As if to say, look, there's a selection in a couple of days. Rinku, go and show them.
Yeah.
And Rinku Kumar said, but they've known about me for such a long time. So send me up earlier.
Yeah, he's like, I'm scoring at like 80 in all the T20 games that, before the test series started. But anyway, that's forgotten news now for Rinku. Hopefully he will not forget that, though, tomorrow and come out and, make quite a statement. But you look down that team, I don't know if you're looking at any changes. We can just pull that up again. Looks fine. I think there's a one-match ban, though, right? Is that
for Harshit Rana?
That's the only problem. For the game tomorrow?
Yeah, they'll have to get someone in place of Harshit Rana. They'll probably start with Webb Arora and try and get maybe Sakari on this track, I don't know. But maybe try and get another bowler as an impact sub.
Yeah. But that would be it. Otherwise, this team is going well. This team is going good. This team is scoring a lot.
Nitish Rana might be fit, I think.
Okay.
If Nitish Rana is fit, I think he'll just slot in for Raghuvanshi.
So what is it? So one runner doesn't play, the other runner plays? They have to play one runner? You got to play one runner.
Runners are no longer allowed in the game.
Thank God you came up with the worst line of the day. I was scared I was going to get 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's good.
I like it, don't you?
That's good.
He's just jealous.
Don't
worry, he's jealous. Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
I'm sulking. These two are ganging up.
But you know what? You know what has happened? Is that Harsha's made enemies in the last 40 minutes. Here's one little here, one little there, and now he's sitting. You can't now sit like a baby in the corner going, what did I do? We've got it on tape.
Exactly.
We should be sending it to you on your birthday with the little ribbon on top. Who's the advantage with tomorrow and players to watch out for? Gents, who do you go with? Harsha, we'll start with you. Player to watch out for each team?
I want to see Rohit Sharma get a really big one.
Yeah, we'll not object with that wish of yours. That's good.
Rohit Sharma is my player to watch out for.
For the Knight Riders?
For the Knight Riders. It won't be fun if Russell gets going. Russell.
Good call.
Russell's bowling well too.
He's only talking in sign language now. So he's given us the Knight Riders. What about Mumbai?
Mumbai, oh yeah,
You gonna go this? You gonna go Hitman?
Oh no, I was gonna go. I don't know how to make sign language for that. Boom boom. Boom boom. Yeah.
Oh, I got one for boom boom.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I like
there you go.
Or just after he gets a wicket.
Yeah. One of those. Yeah. All right, so there you go. Those are the players to watch out for tomorrow. What's left? One thing, no?
Yeah. Gives joy to some, right?
Well done, mate. Well done.
For the next part of the show, I hand over to my experienced senior with great respect, Mr. Harsha Bhogle. Can you please take over the next part of the show?
I'm still sulking, but the two of you are together.
Okay, well, don't worry. I'll take over.
But no, but we've got another thing for you to sulk about.
Yeah, we do.
The guessing game.
What's that? I only play intelligent games, not guessing games.
Oh, nicely done. Nicely done.
I mean, it's another day where the game is mine and the last over someone does something daft.
Yeah, there you go.
This is where the folly is, right? To think that the game is yours in the first place.
There you go. The game is nobody. The game doesn't belong to us. We belong to the game. And only when you truly submit do you win the guessing game.
And can I announce once again, yes. I think I did this before. The first time I turned up here, I announced it when I left because I discovered it on my arrival here. Humility has left the building.
And envy has come in.
And envy has well and truly made its home here.
Let's have a look.
Can we come back to the program? What are you two on about?
The guessing game table. Come on, let's just. I think they've just tagged my picture to this now, but don't do that. I hope it's removed. I hope it's an open PDF file.
There's only one duck.
Oh, Pommie.
I didn't play, did I?
No, you didn't.
I didn't play.
You forgot to submit your entry.
Don't worry about that.
Can we just bring that back? You're going too quick with the graphics. I can't read that. I want to just analyze my performance at the top. I just want to see it. What is it? 33.87.
How are you going, Harsha?
I'm on the left side, which is perfect.
I'm just asking.
You're at 15.62.
I'm not second from bottom, if that's what you mean.
On innocent question. You don't have to fight about it.
No, I'm not fighting. I'm just reading out as I see it. I'm saying, what is the elite list on the left?
Okay.
But I just want to, if you just come back to me, I just want to tell, on behalf of Pommie and me, we want to just tell our respected senior, we're not attacking you.
No.
We're not.
Why so
Why
defensive?
are you getting so defensive? We're not attacking
What's going on?
Nobody's watched the last 15 minutes.
Do you want to talk to us? Is everything all right?
You're right, Harsha. Oh, hold on. It's past his bedtime. That's why. That's why.
That's what has happened.
Did you pick that up?
That's why.
Okay, well, of course, Pommie and I are youth. We will be going and partying right now, and you can join us if you transfer some money on our QR code that I will be sharing on the screen now. But that's all we have time for. Big thank you to Mr. Harsha Bhogle.
Joy Factor?
One more thing.
I'm not interested. I'm really not interested.
Joy Factor.
Formalities.
Where are you on that table?
On the Joy Factor table. I mean, exactly where it should be, right at the end.
We're all at the end.
We're
all at
I
the
will
end.
share this with you, Pommie.
Yeah.
In 7 years, I have got one correct. And I got that one correct when I read half the question. I just want to tell you that. And I've got one. So that's why it's so important. I've got one. Let's show you the question, the answer, and the winner quickly. Oh, these graphics you can go quick. We don't need to read them. Two brothers, debut together, different teams. Go on, answer.
I've got 2 correct in 7 years.
Ed Joyce and Dom Joyce.
England, Scotland.
England and Scotland.
And then Ed Joyce went on to play for Ireland, and then Ed Joyce came back to play for England, and then Ed Joyce went back to play for Ireland.
Yeah.
So did he know which team he was playing for on any particular day?
We know which team Dom Joyce played for.
Correct.
Yes. So Ed Joyce and Dom Joyce, and the first person got it correct will Ed Joyce. Let's see who it is.
The clue today was Joyce said the question.
Joyce Factor. Today it's Joyce Factor. Roman. Super Roman. Congratulations.
Abramovich.
It is. No embargo here on Joyce?
No embargo.
Okay, great. That's good.
Fine.
Very happy.
No problem.
This is perhaps the only contest he can still be a part of.
But then what? They're not even allowed to sell their hotels.
Oh. Okay, well, that's it. That's business then. It's time for us to go. Big thank you to Mr. Harsha Bhogle and Mr. Pommie Mbangwa. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was very good. I'm Gaurav Kapur. I haven't laughed this much in, well, since last night.
2 nights ago.
Yeah, 2 nights ago, yes, about 48 hours, but it's good fun always. Thank you so much for watching Cricbuzz Live. We're going to be here with you tomorrow at 7 p.m. So do join us then for that marquee headlining game, which is written in the stars with full entertainment. Bye. I said bye.
Jaipur via Kota.
कृपया ध्यान आपको अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೆ
Hyderabad को 50 एक्सप्रेस पौरबती स्टेशन नेताजी भवन कृपया ध्यान दें